Hello everyone. Today we will learn a different method to draw a straight line from a given linear equation into variables. So stay with me till the end of the video. So here I have two equations, a pair of linear equations into variables. So let us draw straight lines from the given equations. So to begin with, one formula remains constant for this method, and the formula is y equals to mx plus c. Now this m means slope of the line and c is called y-intercept. Y equals to mx plus c. So what are we going to do with this equation is we are going to convert this equation to y equals to mx plus c form, and then our straight line will be formed. So let us start with this one first. So in order to convert this equation to y equals to mx plus c form, you just keep y on one side and send everybody to the other. So I can do this and further send this 3 here, or dividing the equation by 3 you will get um, or I can say right now this, if you compare with y equals to mx plus c, the coefficient of x is your m and the constant part is your c. Now in order to draw a straight line we need at least 2 points and join them. Okay, so the first point of the straight line from this equation is going to get we are going to get it from the constant part c, which is the y-intercept. So what we will do with this number is considering the sign also. So plus 1, you look for plus 1 on the y-axis. So this is the point, right? So that's why this number is called y-intercept. So you'll have to look for this number on the y-axis. So plus 1 is here. So you got the first point. So now you'll have to look for another point so that you can join and make a straight line. So another point will be given by this coefficient of x. So remember this one 2 by 3, which is also called the slope of the line, and slope is rise over run formula. So 2 is rise and 3 is run. Now 2 units to rise to go above. Okay, so from where? From this point. So you rise 2 units, 1, 2. Okay, you rose here. Now you need to run 3 units. Now in which direction are you going to run? Is it in the positive or negative? So since everything is in positive, so you'll run 3 units towards the positive side of x-axis. So 1 unit is still here, exactly above 1, and 2 units exactly above 2, and 3 units exactly above 3. So somewhere here. So this is the second point of the line. So if you join the line, if you join the points, I think it passes through this. So my graph is not a perfectly scaled graph. So this one will resemble a straight line, um, but it is a straight line if you do it in your graph paper, um, keeping the intervals exact, means equidistant. It will be a straight line passing through 1 and I think exactly between -2 and -1. So this is the line formed by this equation. Okay, so the method was to convert this equation to y equals to mx plus c form, and then first plot the constant, look for the constant part, where is it on the y-axis, and once you get that point, you come to the m slope of the line and use the formula rise over run. So let's go for another one. So next equation is this. Here also we'll do, so dividing both sides by 2, I will get minus x by 2 minus 2. So in order to make it look like this, I can rearrange this equation in this manner, right? So minus half into 2, minus half into x, or x by minus x by 2 is the same. Now we got our constant part, the slope. Now let's plot this line. So first look for this number, that's minus 2 on the y-axis. So this is our minus 2. And second, you come here, so you will use the formula rise over run. So one thing to notice here is the negative sign. So if it is a negative sign, what you do is keep the numerator negative and denominator positive. So first you do that. Otherwise, what you can do is you can keep denominator negative and numerator positive. That will also give you the same result. So I'm keeping the numerator negative. Let's see what we'll see here. Um, so you plotted this minus 2, the point on the y-axis. This minus 2. You got 1 point. Next one. So it's rise, minus 1 rise. So since it is negative, it won't rise, it will fall. So it will fall 1 unit down. Remember, this one is rise. Actually, it should go up, but since it is negative, it's falling down. Okay, fine. And it's run, but it's in positive. It's a positive number, so it will run towards positive x-axis. So it's 2 units run. So 1 unit right below 1 and 2 unit right below 2. So this is the second point. So you got 2 points here, and now you can join the line, and something like this. And where it passes through x-axis, it's y equals to 0. Sorry, the first one, y is 0, axis minus 4. Okay, it shows like it says like this. It should pass through x is equals to 4. Where I'm doing a small math here to find out exactly where the line uh, intersects the x-axis. But if your graph is perfect, means if your intervals are um, exact, exact, and joining these two lines with a scale, you will get a line perfectly passing through this point minus 4 on the x-axis. But since my graph is not exact, so I had to do the little calculation, and that calculation is, I know if the line passes through x-axis, then the point where it intersects x-axis, at that point my y coordinate is 0. So in this equation I put y equals to 0. So if my y equals to 0, then solving this equation I get x equals to minus 4. So it's like minus 4 comma 0 is the point where the line passes through or intersects the x-axis. That's how I figured it out in my graph. Well, in your graph you don't have to do this. You just find the 2 points and draw the line, it will exactly pass through this point. So that was interesting. So I give you one more equation. In fact, I have two more equations. So let's do this one. X minus y plus 1 equals to 0. Okay, let's say this is equation C. Now, again, converting this to y equals to mx plus c form, I'll get minus y equals to minus x minus 1. So multiplying by minus 1, I will get minus 1 to both sides, I will get x plus 1. And to make it look like this, what I can do is, I can write 1 upon 1. It's fine, right? 1 upon 1 is 1. Now, the constant part, y-intercept is plus 1. Okay, plus 1 is here, fine. And from this one, we come to the slope. Now, we got the first point. The second point is going to be here, from here, rise, 1 unit rise. Okay, it's positive, so it will rise. And 1 unit run, it's the positive side. Okay, all right. So this is our second point. So it passes through if y is 0. Okay. So this line, this is the line. Can you see the white line? Yeah. Okay. So this white line, white straight line, is formed by this equation C. All right. Okay, let's go for last one. Y equals to minus 2x. Equation number D, let's say. So from equation number D, I can do this. Y equals to 2 upon minus 1x plus 0. Okay. Anyway, I could have written this like minus 2 upon 1 in order to give numbers for rise over run. I had to put 1 in the denominator, but this time what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put negative in the denominator, just to show you that it works. Okay. And since the constant part is not there, so I'm keeping it as 0. So that's what you'll have to do. Okay. So y-intercept means it is 0, means it is the origin. 0 in the y-axis is here only, right? So this is going to be your first point, and let's write the origin here. The second point obviously will have to come here. Rise, 2 units rise. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, 2 units rise, and you rose 2 units from the origin. Now run. It's negative, so you will run in the negative direction. Okay, not in the positive direction. And how much will you run? 1 unit, just exactly above 1. So this is your second point. This is first and second. So let's join the line points by a straight line. Okay, this is the line. What if we had put minus in the numerator, or negative sign in the numerator? Then again, the first point is going to be our origin. Fine. The second, we will come here. um, it's rise to units, but it's negative means it will fall. Okay, come 1 2. Okay, it will fall here. Fine. And run. It's positive, so you'll run here, and yes, this is the point. So joining these 2 points, ultimately when you draw the line, this point will also fall on in the same line only. So when you see a negative sign, when you see a negative coefficient, let's say coefficient means a number in front of a variable. When you see a negative coefficient in front of a negative coefficient of x, so you'll have to make either numerator negative or denominator negative. If you make both of them negative, it is going to be positive, right? Negative by negative, it's a positive number. So keeping that in mind, so you either make a numerator negative or denominator negative and work it out this way, you'll get the straight line. So now the things to notice here, okay, is that whenever the coefficient of x is negative, means whenever m, the slope is negative, the line is the line that you draw is going to be in this direction, like this one star and this one. If slope is negative, okay, means like the angle between x-axis and the line, this is the angle, okay, angle between x-axis and the line is going to be an obtuse angle more than 90 degree. Similarly, this is also obtuse angle. While if the if your m is positive, means if the slope is positive, then the equation, then the straight line will be in the direction of the straight line is this. Means the angle between x-axis and the line is going to be an acute angle, less than 90. This one is acute, this pink, and this x-axis. This one is also less than 90 degree. So m, the slope of the line also, describes how that line is going to be, oriented, whether in this direction or this direction. If this is negative, it will be in this direction, and if it is positive, it will be in this direction. And the last thing to know is that for equations like this, if the constant part is 0, means if the y-intercept is 0, if your y-intercept is 0, then that line is always going to pass through the origin, either in this direction if it's positive, in this direction, or if slope is positive in this direction, if slope is negative it's in this direction, when c is 0. So I hope you understood the concept, and you can now easily draw a straight line from a given linear equation in two variables as much as you want. Thank you, and don't forget to hit that like button.